So, happy Friday, the 18th of July. Um, we're still above the node on Bitcoin. It's coming in around 18k ish. In terms of the order book, we've got again, not the order book's a bit thin at the moment, but we do have some stuff at. That's a big order, 680 Bitcoin at 121.5k. Uh, and to the downside, we've got a little bit of stuff at 117.7 and 117.3. So that's just the order book. It's kind of looking a bit sparse at the moment. There's not really that much stuff on the order book at the moment, to be fair. In terms of liquidity, to the downside, we've got some interesting stuff at 115.5k. To the upside, we're kind of building a little bit, but not really too much of interest, which I think we're just kind of maybe just go sideways on Bitcoin for the weekend. But yeah, the really local stuff is at 115.5 to the downside. Long to short ratio, it's good. We've kind of leveled out around 60%. It's fine. Still more shorts in the market, and yeah, it's obviously if we get back up towards like zero point 0.9 towards 50-50, and people start asking you about crypto again, then yeah, it's time to maybe start looking like we might get a more sizable retrace. But until then, it's still looking good. Yeah, of course I will look at Popcat for sure. I do love me some Popcat, bro. But yeah, it's wait, this is Popcat, so let's just look at Bitcoin quickly. Again, not really too much to say. We obviously have that new low. I do have some orders set around, to be honest. I think it's a little bit higher around the 86, around 122k. I do have some short orders set, but we are obviously we have regained the weekly open right now, as of right now, so not too bad. I think we're just gonna potentially rage a little bit, and this is more of just a hedge, which is why my orders are quite high around the 86, and then my stops literally just gonna be above the high. I'm just going for a little 1% risk on that short, maybe just to hedge off some of my longs. But yeah, if we do get back down to 112, 112-ish, 111, I'll be a longer, and then we also have that very local long liquidity, which comes in around just around this low here. So watch out for something that maybe does that and then regains. Be interesting to see. But yeah, in total, not really too much happening on Bitcoin at the moment, and I hope it just goes sideways for the time being, so we can just get some more juicy old runs. Looking at the Bitcoin DOM chart, we are still breaking down. We've actually not broken, we've not closed the candle below this low yet. But this candle, if it does, will set a new low, and then potentially we're looking for a bounce, and then yeah, continuation of the trend. So we might see a pullback quite soon, especially as we are in support around here, around these levels. But if we break this low, especially on the daily close, you're just looking for bearish retest and continuing low on altcoins. But yeah, this still obviously looks like it wants to correct up a little bit. In the short term, ETH Bitcoin continues its pump, which is really nice to see. We're obviously at resistance now. We haven't closed the candle above. Wait, I need to just delete some of these. Yeah, we haven't closed the candle above this swing yet, but this daily candle will. And we're at resistance in this next swing here, in between 0.032 and 0.03. I mean, if we start getting closes above here, it's just going to get really rampy really, really quickly. But yeah, obviously we are at resistance potentially. And, this daily close is going to be very interesting, especially if we can close above, like, sort of here. And then, yeah, even if we get a pullback, I'm still expecting in between yearly open in December. At some point very soon, not really too much to say, but yeah, we obviously super overcooked on the oscillator as well, and the retail stable on demand is getting up there also. So yeah, let's just have a look at the weekly chart again. I mean, even if we close above here, it's going to be looking really good on the weekly. if this is going to load, please, sir. I just want to check where the weekly bands are. We'll check Bitcoin DOM weekly bands as well. I mean, I've got way too many lines in this chart. I probably need to delete a few. Wi-Fi? I think the weekly band's not going to be... Oh, it's actually quite close. Okay. So it's around this low from February, late February, early March, around the November is the weekly combination band on Bitcoin DOM. And ETH Bitcoin 1 is going to come in literally where we are right now. So yeah, it's just a potential area for maybe a pullback, but it's still looking good. ETH is obviously continuing its massive move up. We are currently in the combination band. This is the weekly or the daily, whatever you want to call it. This is this is going to be a big resistance zone, especially up to like 3.8. And yeah, I'm expecting a pullback quite soon. But yeah, until we get a breakdown, I'm not looking to short this just yet. And hopefully what we get is just something like this, and we just kind of like grind a little bit while alts go crazy, which would be quite nice to see. But yeah, it's looking really bullish. It's looking really bullish. So yeah, let's have a look at Link, and we'll have a look at Popcat. Link USD. Yo, you don't want to see my charts if that's too many lines. Yeah, bro, I just hate having too many lines on my chart. It just looks really messy. But I know, obviously, you guys can decipher it as well. So you know what you're talking about. So you know what you're looking at. So Link is, again, we're at a resistance point, potentially around this swing. I think there's quite a lot of liquidity around this yearly open. The weekly oscillator looks really good. We actually got slight bull div. I'm not really sure if that closed below, but apparently it's printed on this oscillator here. So that's quite nice to see. The weekly combination band comes in all the way at the high of Feb, so that's going to be sort of the midterm target for Link. In terms of what's going to happen in the midterm, this is looking really good for a close above this swing. And this is potentially going to act as resistance over here. Just anywhere between where we are right now and, let's say, $20 is potentially going to act as resistance here. We're also getting quite overcooked on the daily oscillator, and obviously the retail stablecoin demand as well is looking quite high. So yeah, if you're in any long positions, maybe not a spot just yet, because I feel like we're gonna definitely go and hit Feb. But even if you just want to sell 10%, maybe around somewhere up here, and then potentially look for hopefully a retrace, but maybe not, then that's what I would think on Link. But it looks good, and yeah, it's just a parabolic uptrend. We might get like one more spike and then potentially a retrace, which is kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, I like it. I'm not really trying to short anything just yet, but this is definitely an area of interest if you wanted to look for shorts. I'm not saying to short just yet. I'm just saying potentially you could look for some, especially if you go down to like the hourly and you potentially see like that, and then you can pull a fib and then, you know, try get something there with a stop there. And then if you get another high, you just like wait for the next one, you know, try again. But to be honest, for right now, my short button's banned because I'm just not really on the charts that much. But yeah, you can just see that potentially over here is definitely going to be an area of interest. Looks good though, man. We definitely want to see this Friday candle is going to be really interesting because we're going to close above the highs from May on a lot of altcoins and set new highs. So basically, now any pullback, you're pretty much just looking to long it all the way down for the final blow off top. And if we end up like breaking through and retesting it as support, then obviously the highs from For example, like the start of the year, December, January is going to be the next target, and then we can maybe even talk about, you know, like stuff from all the way back, like last bull market, you know, like looking over here on some altcoins here, and then again the all-time high. But yeah, it's looking good, man. It's looking really good. I like it a lot. Popcat. So I am the famous Popcat trader in the Discord. I made a lot of money on Popcat, but I've actually never held any spot Popcat in my life. I've never held any, but yeah. So we're in the daily combination band with some W reversals. We're obviously very high up on the oscillator and very high up on this retail stablecoin demand. So potentially this is looking like it could pull back at some point. We have closed a candle above here, which is really nice to see. So we've set a new high basically. As of right now, we are above the yearly open as well, which is are we above the yearly open? Where's the yearly open on this? Where's the yearly open on this? Maybe this is not the best chart. Oh, we haven't closed the candle above this. Maybe let's get the Binance chart out. USDT spot. Binance? No. No. Definitely not. Bybit? Okay, let's use this. So, no, we haven't closed the candle above that yet. So I'm leaning more towards pullback on Popcat as of right now. Just literally looking at the technicals alone. And yeah, it's just starting to look a little bit like laborious. But I wouldn't short this just yet. I would not get in the way of this. The hourly still in an uptrend. We potentially have a little bit of a bearish retest here on the hourly. Just right here. Yeah, it just doesn't look that bad for maybe one more pop though. I would feel quite comfortable if sort of Popcat came back down towards, let's do like that. I'd feel quite comfortable long in Popcat maybe around here. In between like 373 and like even to be honest at the lows are around like 36. Yeah. But in terms of trying to catch a long up here, it's just it's screaming potential daily rejection from this high. But yeah, I think this is definitely going to go up and see higher. Popcat is really tied to ETH. When ETH does well, Popcat does really well. And let's actually have a look at the if there's any like 3-day combination band. Yeah, that's coming in all the way at 60 cent. Oh, the yearly opens all the way up there. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, we're just obviously at an area of resistance. I wouldn't short it just yet, but if we do come back down and hold June in the weekly open, then potentially there is your long for higher. Again, shorts kind of off the table for me at the moment unless I see something really nice with really nice risk. I'm just not really. I just don't think it's that attractive to try and short things that are gonna do. For example, let's have a look at one of these wicks on the 4-hour. Let's look at one of these. It's a it's a it's a 3-4% wick. So you're really like playing with fire, to be honest. Odd coin, but I bought it when they last dipped in the fear. Check RLC. Yeah, I think I got a little airdrop from RLC, but I sold it way too early, or it maybe got drained on my. It got drained from my my Phantom like a couple years ago. Give me 1 second. I just want to get a drink, like an alcoholic drink. I'm drinking for Friday. It'll literally be 30 seconds. I'm gonna sit here probably till about 6:30, just doing some charting on some altcoins, really, and just identifying probably. We'll just identify some areas on the daily for potential pullbacks where you could accumulate some, and just set some alerts and shit. Maybe some 3x cross bids, 2x. Even if you set 2x cross bids on some of these alts, like you really should not be too worried, especially if you're using not too much of your account, because even if you're on 2x cross and like for example on hyperliquid like me, I have a lot of liquidity, like my spot liquidity just in hyperliquid. I don't use it to trade, I just use it as collateral basically, so I don't have any liquidation prices. Oof. Cookie, yeah, Cookie is one that Will loves. I actually didn't buy any of this, I should have bought some around 10 cent. Let's have a look. Is this a good chart? It's not bad. What is that? 4-hour swing? Yeah, let's just put that on the daily here. Or actually, let's just delete that. Oh no, actually, let's put it back on around there. So, Cookie, this looks like it's just arcing up really nicely on the daily time frame. I think this is going to go and hit at least in between March and June very, very soon. This looks like a nice breakout. It's got room to run on the oscillator a little bit. Obviously, retail stablecoin demand is getting very high. But yeah, the daily time frame, this is probably going to go at least to March and maybe even up to this swing in here between Feb, around there. Let me have a look on the weekly. How much data has this got? Okay, not too much. So the weekly time frame is a no-go. The 3 days also kind of a no-go. But your big TP on Cookie, if you are in, is going to be like around 30 cents, just around there. That's also where the combination band comes in. In terms of the short term, this is looking like it wants to break out actually. So potentially we're going to see something like this, and then a retest, and then up to here. So if we go down to the 4-hour, I think if this does go up and hit June and see a pullback, I think you're looking to potentially long in this area. Hopefully this arcs up a little bit to the weekly open as well. That's going to give you a nice little confluence. You could even draw like a fib from the low to the high, you know, get a nice little pocket in there. If you're not in a position, if you are in a position, then yeah, you're looking like you're going to go for another round of breakouts up to, I'd say in between, I mean, this is probably going to go to 2-3. It's not really got too much room to run, but it's definitely going to do a little bit more up to at least June and maybe March, the March level. I wish I had my curve monitor so I could see way more on the chart. Looks good though. There was some decent longs across here, maybe here and here, just before it pumped as well. If you start seeing like W reversal in the band across overlapping support, it's just like, yeah, it just looks really good. This is like triple overlapping support right there. But yeah, looking really good. I kind of fumbled this at, it must have been around 9 cent there, yeah. Because I was talking to Will about it when it was coming down here. I was like, should I buy some? And then I just decided not to. Cookie monster. Well, it ain't exactly mooning, but I like the structure for a spot hold into alt season, been thinking of opting for an ultra wide screen to see more chart structure in one view. Yeah, I've got like a curved monitor, and it definitely helps a lot. You can see like twice as much data pretty much, especially if you have an ultra wide. RLC. Let's have a look at RLC. Yeah, RLC USD spot. Okay, 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 okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoops. Okay, so this has got is that a lower low? Not quite another bull div on the weekly. This has got a tiny bit more work to do on the weekly time frame, but on the other hand, it has a lot more room to run as well. So yeah, we're still kind of mm, yeah. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that this look okay. This still has a little bit of work to change the trend, but if this can get above here, this is gonna be a massive regain, and then this will just be the deviation on the weekly time frame. So, going with the current market sentiment and how I expect there to be an alt season, I think if you were to see a pullback on this, you could definitely long some of that. So, yeah, bids in there, fine, and then potentially a hold of weekly and June with a stop, of course, on that one. I think that looks good. I wouldn't be longing it here, but yeah, I think that looks good. This has got a lot more room to run as well, because it hasn't really done much yet. What is this? This is a betting app, right? Something to do with betting. To be fair, that's not really that big percentage, to be honest. Not the biggest percentage. Again, I'm probably going to sound like a bit of a broken record today on alts, but we just are at resistance. The market is quite hot, and we have made a lower low on Bitcoin, like on the 4 hour time frame. ETH's obviously catching up, which is really nice for alts. We might see a bit of a rotation, especially if we see some breakouts. So if we see that, then yeah, you're good to long this because you might just see a really quick move up to there, like what ETH was done. But again, I don't want to short. I don't want to long here. If we get a pullback, then it's going to be perfect. If we don't, then fine, like fine. Doge is having a nice day, up 10%. That's really good to see. It's good for all the like Popcat and the memes and stuff like that. Sui's above $4. That's nice. I need to clean some of my charts. Tao's doing pretty well. I mean, it's kind of just stalling a little bit. What's Arve doing? Arve looks good. It's looking pretty good, guys. Oh, Rio's having a nice day. We're having a nice little spike on Rio. That's nice to see. Tia's back above $2. Wow, that's some good stuff. I still think this is going to have a pullback in between June and there, and maybe do something like that. Or maybe we won't get a pullback. Maybe we're just going to fucking moon it. It would be very typical of like everything to just moon like this, and then everyone starts asking you about crypto. What should I buy? What should I buy? What should I buy? And shit. Everyone's like pretty much quite sidelined because there's no chance to get in here. No one wants to buy a resistance here. And then we just fucking like do months of just like downwards grindy like, and then after like August, a whole August, and then September of grinding. Towards the end of September, we do like 2 months more where we actually get the proper like blow off like that, and then it's just over. That would be typical. That would be really typical. Been thinking of opting. Food for thought. Yeah, I already read that. Yeah, good potential for a small spot baggie. Spot baggie. So grab some. The sleepers could care less what it does so long. Yeah, but so the thing is with RLC, because I just don't think the percentage is that good. Again, I'm just gonna repeat it. I think I would just rather just buy more Fartcoin and hype. Like I have I've got really good positions on them, but why would I not just get more? Like I just want more. I just want more. I just think it's gonna god candle at some point. I just have a feeling about it. I just have one of those like I know we shouldn't trade based off feelings, but like I've been monitoring Fartcoin. Let's have a look at Fartcoin, okay? Let's actually just have a look at this shit. Spot. Okay, I'm gonna take all my indicators off. Okay, so I've been monitoring Fartcoin probably since maybe around December. It first dropped on my radar. After it did this, and when it did this, I wanted to accumulate some, but I didn't. I wanted to wait for the bottom basically. I was either going to buy there. Wait, let me just zoom in a little bit. What am I doing? The daily will suffice. I wanted to buy on this low, or when we did this break up, I wanted to buy 30 cents. And I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it here. Whoops. I didn't get it down here. I didn't get it literally down here. And I've literally been monitoring them on Twitter, like engagement and everything, for a while now. And I just think it has all the makings of just something that is going to do like really good numbers. Two, it's also a very new coin. It was literally just created in November 24, so there's not really that much data to go off. Three, I think it's just got a mad like it's just got mad potential to do like memes with the like not the boomers, but you know like the slightly older crowd, like the people in their 40s and stuff. That I just feel like they're just gonna love, like they just love it. Like it's just everyone loves it. It's just it just has all the makings of something which is gonna just god candle at some point. Um, so like you know like in past crypto cycles when you see something like that and then you get like an all-time high and then maybe like, it just goes one, you know, and I'm just like I can just see it. It just feels like that to me. So why I'm looking on 200% on RLC, or I can just build the fattest bag of Fartcoin and get like start selling. I mean it's a similar sort of percentage, but really the sky's the limit on this. The sky is really the limit. Just out of interest, I'm going to check for you right now. What is the market cap of Fartcoin? At some point, there will probably be a long bear market. Yeah, especially if we get an extended bull market this year. So potentially all the like bullish news and the regulations and stuff like that. It might drag out the bull market a little bit. Also, we have the what's it called when it the like lengthening cycle theory and stuff like that. Potentially, you're right that we might get a really bad crypto winter this time around. But yeah, I think you are right. I think you're correct. It will moon have a baggy two, larger one than real RSC, a little gamba. Yeah, nice, fair. Let's actually have a look at some of these market caps. So first, we'll have a look at our. Is it RLC? RLC. Okay, RLC is at 85 million. So I see why you have a little gamba bag, and I rate it. I rate that. Fartcoin is definitely a lot bigger. 1.4 bill. Whoa! How is it 1.4 bill? That's insane. Yo, but it's 1.4 bill, but it's doing 500 mil of volume and every 24 hours. That's a third of its market cap in volume, which is really good. But yeah, no, I see the vision actually. I see the vision on RLC. I do. Because especially at the end of the bull markets, it's a betting thing, isn't it? So at the end of the bull markets, everyone has loads of like excess cash and they just start like doing stupid shit. So yeah, I rate it. I rate it. I rate it. I do rate that. Hype reminds me of B&B back in the day. I'm just adding every 4 hour candle buys. Yeah, me too, bro. I bought some B&B at like it must have been like 20 quid, $30. But I was pretty broke back then at uni, and never did I imagine it was just going to be like a stable coin around $600. I think I sold most of it at like 200 and I thought I was the goat. Well, not most of it. I sold like half of it. B&B is good though, man. It's proper established. And they just prop it up, isn't it? With their bots. Fart coin to $15. Fart can be much higher than 3 at some stage. 1.5, 10x market cap, $15. I could it could definitely do 10 bill easily. I mean, we've seen other meme coins do crazier shit. Let's actually have a look at what some meme coins are on at the moment. I would like to see some market caps. So XRP is above 200 bill. It's just broken the all-time high, didn't it? BNB is at about 100. Solana's 97 at the moment. Doge is about 35. Hype's at about 15. Interesting. Sui's at nearly 14. Link's at 12.5. Shiba's at 9. So I definitely think Fartcoin could go hit 10. Possibly. It might be a bit of a stretch this cycle because I'm not really expecting that sort of alt season this year. Um, but yeah, it definitely has all the makings of something that could do something nice. Pepe's at 5.7. I can definitely see it rivaling Pepe. Where's Injective? Bonk's at 2.8 bill. Render's at 2.2. Trump's at 2 bill. Yeah, FET's sitting just under 2 bill. It's not really a bad, not the worst buy. Pump Fund's at 1.7 bill, by the way. Yeah, Fartcoin, we're sitting around 62. Just around the same as Tier. Where the fuck's Injective? Oh, 66, 1.4 bill. That's suffering a little bit. Does anyone remember Quant? There was so much Quant hype last cycle around last cycle, and it's literally just done nothing. It's literally been in between 100. It's literally been between like 100 and 130 and like 50 for since it's been like 3 years now, man. Over 3 years. Yeah, that's nuts. Anyway, back to the old charts. Yeah, Fartcoin. Also hype. Obviously, we know about hype, don't we? Really good coin. I'm only going to add to my hype position once we see like a retest of the daily high swings like there. And then, yeah, potentially like there as well. Not every 4 hour me, just because I got really nice entry prices. I got some really nice entry prices on this. But yeah, this look how quick the oscillator resets. And the price barely falls. That's pretty crazy. This also does look like it's breaking down now, especially after that. So potentially that, and then you could short it down to Q3. Anyway, I'm not looking for shorts, bro. It's just potential setups. Potential. So yeah, if we get to 42, 43 on hype, I might buy a little bit. And then obviously the Q3, $40. In between 40 and 36, I'm going to accumulate way more as well. Just give me all of it. Just give me all of it, bro. Check Doge. It will give you a good gauge for memes and shit. Yeah, I will. Man, I fucked up BNB. Bought 100,000 a day after it hit market. Like 0.07, sold way too early, bro. I mean, like how you would have never known, but I mean, thinking about that hurts me as well. That's insane. 7 cents. Oh wait, bro, that hurts to think about, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually insane prices. Has a lot of BNBGs. Yeah, FET is a good buy. FET is a good buy. I own a lot of FET already, so I'm already heavily invested into the project. I think it's gonna be good. To be honest, I've been talking about, ever since January. I know we've had a pretty rough year in altcoins, but I've been talking about three coins which I just know at some point are gonna do well or are really good, solid projects. Tau, FET, and Render. It's just the bread and butter, man. Crypto, AI, I feel like they're just meant to be together. And yeah, was a great token. Quant probably still is. I mean, it's memeable. Quant. It makes me think of that scene in The Big Short when the guy's like, "Are you sure of the math?" And he's like, "Am I sure of the math? Look at my guy. This is my quant. Notice anything different about him?" Some Asian guy, some Chinese guy. Don't trade it anymore. Ouch. Yeah, ouch, bro. I love Filecoin. It's just a bit of a dino coin, but I like the idea. I like the project as well. I agree with you. I do like Filecoin. I think it I think it deserves its place in the industry for sure. Has great potential. Yeah. It's cloud storage, right? Doge. Let's have a look at Doge. Dogger. Do you know what we should do as well? We should look at some memes and shitcoins, bro. So Doge. Lagging a little bit. Just bear with me. My internet seems to be a bit rough today. Yeah, so Doge again. We're hitting the first resistance point. I would like to see us close a candle above here. I think the next one is obviously going to be around here. Bro, the magnet drawing with the magnet is really annoying. Around here as well is going to be a potential area for a retrace, but yeah, if that can just retest, it's just gonna go to Feb in the yearly open, isn't it? Everything is just gonna go higher. It's just about if it's going to pull back now or if it's going to do a little bit more and then potentially like hold really bullishly and just do that and leave everything sidelined. I feel like everyone's waiting for this, but we just don't know if we're going to get it. In terms of like new positions on longing, of course you don't really want to do anything crazy here. You just don't. Um, it's not to say it can't do that. It definitely can, especially with how bullish ETH is, but yeah, if it does that, I'll be there. We'll be there. We will be there. I feel like me and Maz, we were talking about Doge and we were saying like, why would you accumulate fiat in your bank? Like, I feel like Doge is just like it's just one thing that is just always every cycle it's going to go up, like without fail. It's one of those things where it's just been around long enough that I just accumulate some Doge, accumulate some Bitcoin, accumulate some stuff. I feel like the best three things that you could probably accumulate is obviously Bitcoin, Doge, and then just maybe one random altcoin that you really like Fartcoin, maybe like Fet, maybe like Sol, maybe ETH. If you like wanted three coins that you wanted to just buy every week instead of like leaving fiat in your bank account, that would be my opinion. Because I just feel like it's just foolproof, isn't it? Bulletproof. But yeah, in terms of Doge, it just looks like it wants to do that. I think we're definitely going to see 46 at least on Doge and maybe even 57. I definitely think that. I definitely think at minimum we're going to see in the 40s minimum on Doge. And this weekly candle is definitely going to be interesting as well. So definitely watch out for the dailies tonight and the weeklies at the end of the week. Hi there. Hey, how's it going? I think it's RB Sniper or something. I can't see loads of your names, by the way, because it's dot dot dot. But I obviously know Plumbus and RB Sniper, and I want to know the guy D. I don't know your full name. Come on, Doge me, baby. Yeah, cloud storage. Yes. Let's give him a coffee. I called along on Doge at the end of your stream yesterday. They got a pump Doge to bring in more normies too. Right, exactly. 100% correct. Pullbacks of a buying, but I'd say we go 4548 in the next while. Yeah, it's a staple. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. In agreement. Pussy money weed. Is that someone should make a token? Pussy money weed and Doge. Oh mate. Well, it's just like Doge is just one of those things where like if you just see this, you could just like buy like £1 a day or like £10 a day or like £100 a week or some shit. And over 2 years, you're going to get that at some point. You just are. Obviously, with time, it's going to be less and less. So this one was absolutely insane. 21,000. This one was only a little 700, but still 700. It's better than minus fucking 4% a year or whatever fucking inflation is. I don't even know what the true inflation is, but however much they're printing every year, maybe they're printing 10% a year. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. My man. Yo, I need to favorite that GIF. That's good. That is good. Yeah, doge me up. I'm a PopCat boy at heart, though. I am a PopCat boy at heart. Bro, this would have been the most generational buy ever. Because I think this is gonna do like I I think PopCat's gonna do nice, really really good. This has got a lot of like VC heavy liquidity money. It's always like the top long coin on Hyperliquid as well. I think this has got a really good chance of doing something nice. It trades very, very organically as well. There's just a lot of headless chickens in this market, which is why I love scalping it on lower time frames as well. And even like these sort of moves are really, really nice. 70% in 21 days. Like it can really get going. And it can also dump really hard. It's obviously quite hard to get swing positions on. That's a 60% dump in a month and then a 70% pump the next 3 weeks later. Like this is what you want to see. This is kind of what we're in crypto for, no? Well, some people. But yeah, what's happening with Injective? Another one of my massive spot holdings, but seems to be struggling a little bit recently. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. This came down really right to the level 9.1 there. That would have been a good long in June. Yeah, again, I think this is going to find resistance, potentially do another retest in here, and then, yeah, it's going to just go up, isn't it? Like, we just are, we're definitely going to see the December range on all these altcoins. I'm so sure of it. Obviously, I'll say I'm 99% sure, but anything can happen. But we're definitely going to come and see, like, the range that we played out from all the August low to sort of like when we started dumping in January here and in here, we're definitely gonna come see all of this on the alts. It's just gonna do that, and we'll see what happens once we get up there. Again, though, I do have to stress this on alts. We have actually made new lows. So, for example, when we get up to the December levels, I'm going to be de-risking my portfolio massively, especially of altcoins. Just like with whatever happens, I just don't care. Honestly, like if we do that, fine. Like you just need to have some sort of thing in your mind which goes, if we get up towards the highs of December, especially in alts, you really just need to just. I'm gonna shave off most of my shit, to be honest. Good backing it. Jump on Per. Oh yeah, shit. Oh shit. Let's have a look at Per. Good shout, bro. Good shout, man. Let's look at see how this did since yesterday. Yeah, so we got the initial bounce, which is really nice of the AA6. That's cool. We've actually made a new high now, so there's definitely a mini. There's a mini Stuber in here now, just from this new high. I think yeah. I think this is a good long. I saw it yesterday, but I didn't actually long it. We literally caught it right at the perfect time, didn't we? It literally looked perfect here. Whoa, chill. I think this is gonna do good. This is gonna pump. Whoever said this on the stream yesterday, this was a really good shout, and it's also gained its Q3 now, so it's just looking like it wants to do that. Yeah, yeah, that's a good looking chart. That's a really good looking chart. We can even just turn off all of this and just be like, okay. I'm not sure about those wicks though. Hmm. I'm not sure if that is on those on the exchange, but should I just buy some of this? Or maybe I'll just ladder it all the way down. I don't think we're gonna come back to this low actually anymore. This looks like it's the start of a breakout, to be honest. Yeah, nice one. Would like to see this arc up a little bit more. It's gonna start going parabolic soon. Yeah, what else have you guys got for me? Let's have a look at Pump, actually. Let's have a look at Pump. When can I short this? So, actually, let me just check my messages quickly. Jump on per before Adrian Zeus put a gun to your head. No, ignore the wicks. Go to the per 2 chart. Is that the gate chart? No, it's Mexi. Okay, before we look at pump, per 2? Is this a different one then, bro? Yeah, that's just core as well, hasn't it? Ooh, it's looking interesting. It's looking interesting, bro. I like that. Is this the same or is it a different one? Also, what's happening with Grass? I don't really like this fucking shit, but he seems to like this. Yeah, I hate this coin. Ooh, I might buy a bag of Trio as well, you know. I might buy a bag of Trio soon. Another bag. I mean, I already have a bag, but oh yeah, one thing that I like is this coin. I think I told you guys about it. It's obviously pumped massively, but MPC, this meme coin actually looks really good as well. I think this is gonna do numbers. Big, big numbers. Short when Honey gets his tokens. Yeah. Let me know, bro. Let us know when you get your tokens and we're gonna short the shit out of it together. And you can just dump your whole bag as well. They put numbers on the ticket if they are the second or third listing with the same name. I expect grass to travel upward if market stays hot. Yeah. What's your plan to take profit on alts if they reach all-time high? Scale out using fibs. Yeah. So, what do you mean? If you mean if the coins hit all-time high, or if they break their all-time high? So, for example, let's actually before I look at NPC, let's see. Bro, Will taught me he taught me the fucking top fibs, but I can't remember how to do it. This was so long ago. Uber fibs top. Let's see, does that line up on the daily? Maybe this one. That might be a little bit better. Alright, let's just hide that. This is a bit ambitious, but I need to find that video of when he taught me how to do it. I think it's that. I'm just going off a feeling though. So 5.618, and in between the shit always tops between the 12 and the 15. And then usually you just get another one and you can pull another one from the next structure. Apparently you can just do this infinitely and there's just loads in between. But I kind of want to get a full one. That's not a new low. Let's look at the other one, the first one. So maybe the first top in Filecoin is going to be between $4 and $5, because that's actually the first move. So that one I know is definitely right. This pull I know is definitely right from this high to this low. We also got a lot of contact on the 2, so that also confirms that. Potentially we're going to see something like this. Up to $4. Someone clip that, chat. If they break all-time high, yeah, you just really have to just pull fibs. I'm actually going to get that video back out. I think he's got a video on it. I just don't know the exact parameters of the fib pool. I can't remember. He taught it to me, must have been years ago now, and then I changed my laptop because my other one, the one that I learn it, the one that I have the recording on, broke. But I think it's still somewhere in there. It's really, and then I never used it because we were in the bear market, and I just forgot about it. But it's a really, it apparently it works. Some market maker taught him and he reverse engineered it or some random shit like that. Bro, what time's your stream yesterday? I made it. I was pumped. Today started an hour earlier. Yeah, sorry. Yesterday I just did the normal time, the normal UK time because I missed everyone. But because I'm in Japan, I have to do them at 9 a.m. UK because it's 5 p.m. for me. So if I do 11 a.m. UK, which is what it usually used to be, it will be 11 a.m. again when I come back. I'm literally gonna come back in a week or two. It'll be 11 a.m. UK again, like normal. But because I'm in Japan, I just don't want to stream at 7 p.m. local time in Japan. Because I want to go out and have fun, in the night and stuff like that. So I usually do it at 9 a.m. UK time. But I will, sometimes I change them a little bit. You can check them on the events as well. And it will show it in your local time. Gotta love favorite sections, yep. What's up, Marvy? How's it going, bro? So, we were just looking at pump fun. Pump. When can I short this? You better get your tokens quick, honey, bro. This thing's gonna go to Valhalla, mate. Sorry, the opposite. This thing's gonna go to hell. Valhalla's up, right? Ah, gotcha. No worries. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Gotta go and do stuff, especially in another country. Yeah, bro. I have been here for like 2 months though, so I've been chilling a little bit more recently, and I've wanted to actually be in the Discord a little bit more as well. But it's just a bit difficult. There's just a lot of stuff to do, man. There's just a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, got a nice short at the stew bear though. Ah, sick. I wish I shorted this. Looked at Per yet? Yeah, bro. Per's looking good, bro. Um, by the way, MPC. I think this is a good one to accumulate. So if we do, yo, this is having a really good part, really good time. I think this is gonna do numbers. So potentially, if this comes in between the yearly and the weekly open, I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy, not financial advice because it's going on YouTube. Yeah, Per looks good. Per 2. Per looks good. We got the initial bounce. It's bull dipping, kind of. Not really on the oscillator, but it. I think it's gonna curl up. That looks like a good trade to me. That looks like the most likely trade as well. I am probably gonna ladder something in on Hyperliquid just because I'm on 3x cost, or maybe maybe I'll do it on my. Is it on Femex? Let me have a look. Actually, I can't have a look at the moment because I've got too much shit open. Have I missed the long? No, I haven't longed it yet, but I might just accumulate a bit now. It looks like it's about to break out. Virtual is another one that can do good numbers. Let's have a look. Virtual. Yeah, that's a big move. That's a slight lower low. We've since regained, okay, and retested. Fine. I think this has got a little bit, maybe a little bit more ranging to do first before doing that. It looks good though. It definitely has reclaimed this quite nicely. I don't know what the market. I don't actually know what this is though. We're just playing this swing out. This swing as well. Not bad. And this one, literally got something there as well. A lot of price action there. Virtual. Is per buy now? Yeah, per still looks fine. I didn't buy any yesterday, by the way. I mean, I said I was going to, but I didn't because I got fucking distracted, bro. You know how it is. I won't go into too much detail, but you know how it is. Girls are the biggest distraction to money ever. They make you miss trades and they make you spend money. It's just a net drain on you. Anyway, no, I'm joking. We love the girl. We love girls though. So the buy was literally like here yesterday on the 786. It's since had a nice little pop. We made a new high now. So what you could do on this, ooh, let me just take those off. You could actually pull a really local stuber on this. And basically just try to get some in here. I still think this is good to just accumulate now. I think this is gonna, yeah, I think it's gonna break out. It looks really good. Very locally, it look like we're gonna come back and test this range again, but I think this was the low. I think that was the low. So as long as June holds, it's looking fine. So you haven't missed it yet, but you probably will in the next one. Bang. Up to the weekly. With haste, sir. Yeah, I'm looking for a nice little trade. I want a little bit of money so I can buy some steak this weekend. Would you short MPC to your first entry as well? No, I'm not shorting this market personally. There are potential shorts on the table soon, but I'm just not on the... If I was at home doing nothing, I would potentially look for breakdowns on shorts, but I'm not in that mode at the moment, and everything's just up only. So just kind of get shorts out your head until you actually see a 4-hour breakdown. So for example, let's look at like Sui or something. Again, we're at resistance. It's looking potentially toppy, but you just don't want to short it yet, just because until you see something like this. So if you see a 4-hour candle close below there, then you can think about shorting that. But until then, you're just gonna probably get burnt. Now, that's not to say you can't hedge something off. Like, for example, just as a disclaimer, I do have some short orders set on Bitcoin in here, but my risk is 1%, and I just don't. I mean, it's a little bit over 1%. It's about 1.2%, and I don't really care about it that much. I just want to hedge something off. I'm like net incredibly long on everything, so yeah. Kind of ban your short position. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on here, boys? Yo. What the fuck? Sushi and Uniswap are mooning. I guess CRV might be as well. CRV is not mooning yet. Oh, it's already mooned. Lol. What the fuck? That's how you know we're gonna get an alt rotation. Let's have a look at Uni. Let's delete that fib as well. It's a bit of a pretty old one. Yeah, that's mooning, bro. Absolutely moon it. Let's fucking go, man. We'd love to see it. It's moon it season. Sick. That looks really good. This is going to go straight up to there. Or not straight. It will go straight if we close above here on the daily. Then it's going straight up there. That's really fucking sick. I'd love to see it. AIXBT. Yeah, AIXBT. I don't know much about this thing, but oh, it looks like I've done a tiny bit of charting on this. Yeah, nice retest, nice hold, regain the level as well in resistance. Not bad. Not really the most clear entry on this though. I'd say yeah, you could maybe even try and maybe. I'm not really too sure on that. That looks a little bit more tough. What's the website that tells you the token unlocks, etc.? I can't remember it. Fuck. Oh, it's like let me go on my. I'm not sure if I have it. Unlock. Tokenomist, maybe? No, that's not it. Is it Tokenomist? .ai? I'm not sure. I haven't been on this in fucking yonks. Sui, DYDX, no. I'm not sure. I have an average of 0.196 but wanted to add on MPC. That's not a bad average. I think I got mine at about 0.1, 0.12, maybe 0.14 actually. And raw dog. Especially Japanese ones. Yeah, bro, they're fucking crazy. These girls. Takeonomics.ai, yeah. That's what I just said. Nice one. Want to check per unlocks. Yeah. Thoughts on Toshi? You long sushi last night. You're goated, bro. I think eBay Token's a good bet. Yeah, that's just why Popcat's going crazy. 1 inch sushi uni. I like AIXBT. Gonna that back to 1. Thoughts on Toshi? Toshi is a base meme? Am I correct in saying that? Yeah, so I think you asked me to look at this yesterday, and Max was talking, so I did look at this, and I plotted that line literally when we were on it. Yeah, literally 5-6. It was literally right then. We also bear dived as well. I think this is in resistance. Could use a pullback. We've actually double wicked into the band so far, so this might grind up a little bit more on the daily and then come back down to June weekly. But I think this is also going to go higher. Everything's going to go higher. This actually looks quite good. Also, it had a nice stuber from all the way on the bottom, I think. Yeah. And that also coincided with this low, the wick into the band, and then regained bow. So resistance, potential pullback down to here, and then I think it's going to go and see higher. That's what I'm thinking on this. That's looking good though. Everything's looking good. It's all just looking good. So, yes, sir. How's Brett looking? How is Brett looking? Barrett? No. Hmm. It's looking a bit worse than other things, actually. Is this even a good chart? I'm not sure what the best chart is here. It's probably just something like this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's looking like it's arcing up. Obviously, we've got some warning once we get up there, but we've got a long way to go for that. Yearly opens the magnet, man, on a lot of this shit. Obviously, some alts have already broken through here from their May highs, so some alts are already like up here. In the short term, this is probably going to go up there. In the midterm, I see everything going up here, maybe after a little pullback, or it might gain. If we just do that, then it's going to go really quick, like ETH did. ETH just literally just blew through it up to 3.7, right? So yeah, and then we can talk about maybe like ranging for a little bit, and then if we get up to a lot of these coins, they have the big Stuba in between and December in between the Stuba pocket. Which again, if we do get up to some of this, all this stuff, it's just run with your profits. Even if they're not that much, just take half at least. Because we do not want to bag hold. But yeah, this might look good for a little bit of a lag play actually. This potentially looks like it's about to break out actually. Retest. Retest. Yeah, it's tested everything. Potentially just gonna go and see if we can get a daily candle close above there where we are now. It's potentially gonna go see February, September real quick. So many popping off. Phil FOMO every other lol. What's your weekend top play, Jack? If you have one, probably just Per. I think Per looks good for a breakout. The chart looks the best. If I were to place any new money on the table, it would probably be in that. A lot of things are at resistance. A lot of things could break out. I'm not following anything, partly because I still have some really nice trades open. I've got Hype, I got Go, I closed my Pepe, I got Farcoin, I got Popcat, two Popcats, two Farcoins. Um, so yeah, if we get a pullback, I'll be longing. There are potentially some alts that are lagging a little bit behind that could make for better plays than alts that are at massive resistance, like Doge and stuff. But maybe if you look at the daily on stuff like Uni and Sushi, if you get nice daily closes, you could potentially try and long something on the lower time frames, as they look like they're going to run a little bit higher. But try not to FOMO, bro. I'm a professional bag holder. Yeah, me too. One of those ski slope charts that could be nice for ramp ups us skiers. Yeah, I agree. I see the vision on that. Okay, Velo. That's going to be the last one. So I actually know a little bit about this project. I think I bought a bit. Maybe did I buy a bit? I'm not really sure. I think they do something to do with gold-backed stablecoins. I'm not 100% sure actually what this is. Uh, long time accumulation in here. Well, not long time, but pretty nice since March, which is good. Yo, that weekly chart's fucking cooked. What the fuck is that? Mm. Yeah, this has got a lot of room to run, doesn't it? What's this move? This has got a lot of room to run. A lot of room to run. I mean, crazy room. Just let me just have a look at the 4 hour. Is that's actually been tested? Okay, this is obviously a long in here now. You don't want to lose that. You want to hold pretty much whatever that is, March. You want to hold March. This is definitely a long. Potentially, this is actually going to just hold December and keep going up. That's actually the weekly and the Q4 have been tested. Yeah, this has got room to go. Potentially, you might see a pullback, but if you get in between Q4 and March, it's a long. If not, it's just going to keep going. It's definitely a parabolic uptrend. I would definitely not short this. Like, do not short this. Do not touch this with your red button. But this looks quite good. It's actually got a lot of room to run. But I don't know, what is the... I think you need to do a bit of digging into this project, though, just because of this. I'd be a little bit cautious just because of this. But as a little gamble... As a little gamble, I see the vision. I kind of like it. So let's round off. I think so. It'll do something similar to Jasmine. Yeah, it does kind of make me reminiscent of that. To round off, I'm actually going to look at the highest gainers today. Ah, but it's all just shit coins, isn't it? Yeah, they're all shit coins. Or, let me go to top. There you go, that's better. 24 hours. So, we got Uniswap, but I know Sushi just did way more, so that's a bit weird. We got Uniswap, Ethereum Classic, LDO, Flare. What the fuck is Flare? I'm not sure if this is very accurate. Let's do the last 7 days. Curve 60%, Stellar 55%, Bonk 50%, Pudgy Penguins 40%, Algorand 37%. I don't think this is true though. I'm on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, maybe this is just bollocks. We are at 48 out of 100 on the altcoin season, apparently on the altcoin season index chart as well. So yeah, we're getting up there real quick. Your screen is frozen. Oh yeah, I didn't switch it. Lol. It'll be lagging, I say. Hope you've done well today. So I'm gonna leave you with probably just per. Looks good for if you want to get an immediate trade. I'd be cautious as of right now in the market. We're at resistance on a lot of shit, but a lot of shit could go down. I think if you pull a fib from this recent low to this recent high, you might get a nice pocket around June where you can long this. And yeah, definitely put a stop because we want to run stops, but I'm going to have mine behind the low and I'm going to be on around 3x. So yeah, that's going to be me for now on per, or maybe I might not even run a stop on this actually. Because it might just go ping the 886 and then come back up. But yeah, this is looking good. I'm probably going to try and get something on this as well. And yeah, I hope everyone has a really good weekend. And yeah, try not to FOMO. Keep it real. And yeah, I'll see you guys on